Welcome everybody to the June 30th special call meeting, Madison County School Board. At this time, we're going to call the meeting to order. Was there any public comment? No public comment? Okay. We got one item for an individual's consideration. That's the shared services agreement. Dr. Pickle?
I originally was going to put this is an amended shared services agreement. I was going to put it on our regular scheduled meeting. However, I had two board members request to revisit this. As you recall, we've already approved our version, and it is attached. Jefferson County has amended the agreement, and then they've attached the job description. What's of concern is the ESE job description is different from what our board has approved and what we've also advertised. So what you have printed before you is the compared version, so a marked up version. So you'll see there's lots of changes all between the agreement. So this is what I need you to look at. And then we need to accept this one if we're going to continue to move forward. I do have applicants that have already applied for our board-approved ESE position. So on the last page is Jefferson's, the ESE job description that they've approved and added into this amendment, or agreement, excuse me.
One more time, please, Madam Superintendent. Will you explain and say again, this is different than
This
what we
is
voted on?
what Jefferson County approved is different. So everything that is in
Let me ask you,
blue
please, in the green or in the blue or the black, because
are their
I'm
changes.
just looking at this.
Everything in blue is their changes.
Everything in blue.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
Thank you.
So on the agenda, everything was printed out. So I had our originally approved version and then what Jefferson has approved. So this document is a compare, so that you'll be able to see.
All right, I'm gonna call for a motion to accept this agreement, and then we'll just go from there. Do I have a motion to accept the amended agreement for the shared services with Jefferson County? Okay, no motion? What we do?
You can't sign this one without a motion, so you made a motion to approve the last one. That still stands unless somebody rescinds it, and so that's all you can do.
Okay. Do I have a motion to rescind the agreement we had?
I move to rescind the previous shared services agreement with Jefferson County.
I second.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Knight and a second by Ms. Thompson to
Null and void.
null and void
No,
the
null and void.
previous agreement with Jefferson County that we voted on. Any discussion?
I would like to say something. I would like to reaffirm my position, my opposition to the shared services agreement. I understand the allure of cost savings through shared services. However, with critical positions such as these, I feel strongly that the risks outweigh the benefits. Shared roles dilute accountability, hinder responsiveness, threaten staff retention, and may not yield the financial savings that we expect. Our students and staff and our community deserve leaders who are fully present, committed, and rooted in Madison County. I urge my fellow board members to reject this agreement as we have done, and instead seek solutions that preserve both efficiency and excellence for Madison County. Our current staff members are embedded in our community, and they possess knowledge of our staff, our students, and our families. Research shows that educators commuting affect their retention already, and us expecting them to commute back and forth between Madison and Jefferson County will add demand on top of their already demanding positions and would exacerbate turnover rates, in my opinion.
Well, I did agree, and I second that motion. But for right now, simply because these people didn't bargain with us in good faith. We had approved a contract. That contract that we had approved And they went and changed and inserted whatever they wanted to. In the beginning, they should have given us this information that they wanted to. So I'm just thinking this is not good now. Good faith bargaining, no.
Well, I didn't approve the first contract, and of course, I've agreed to make it null and void at this point. I mean, I'd be certainly willing to listen to what the changes are, but I don't approve. And I don't know if this is the time or the place, but I'm wondering why we came together at this time today.
I had a request by 2 board members to revisit.
I am
when
one of the board
this
members that
was
emailed
received.
and requested for it to be revisited. That was before the changes to the MOU were submitted, so that is part of the reason why this was requested. After some of the considerations of some of the transactions that had transpired, not in good faith, on behalf of a cohesive agreement, I felt that it was best that we revisit this contract. I do agree that the shared services is a good, innovative way for us to start moving forward. However, the right partner makes a huge difference in everything that we do, and we also need to focus on the consolidation this coming school year. I think once we get through this consolidation and we get everything balanced out and we make sure that we have everything for our staff and students put to the foremost of importance in this transition year, then we need to revisit this potentially in the future with the right partnership.
Now, that's not what I was talking about. I said the time and the place.
Because I one, couldn't be here today. And plus, I had 3 people call and say, thank you for having it at 12, because I work at night. And I can't
Okay.
come to a board meeting.
Well, that was what I was asking about, but I'm also saying, could this have been put onto the next week's agenda?
Ms.
Or is
Gibson,
this an emergency?
as I stated, I was originally going to put this on next week's regular meeting. However, I had 2 board members that asked if I would please do this earlier.
At the end of the day, I asked for it to not be put on the next board meeting because these decisions need to be made now, not just for us, but for Jefferson County. So at the end of the day, we need to make sure that we are not losing key personnel because they are looking for positions in other places if the vote went the way that it just went. So we need to make this, if we were going to vote the way we did, it needed to happen now, not a week or 10 days from now.
Okay, in the future, I'd still like to respect our community.
And
If they
I-
can listen, I'm talking, they can listen to this at a later date, but they cannot respond. In other words, the meetings are all online.
And respectfully, Ms.
But-
Gibson, I
but-
don't disagree with you. However, there are always extenuating circumstances where we need to come together and make a decision on what's best for the district. And at the end of the day, 90% of the people that we are worried about being present in the boardroom are not normally present, whether it's noon on Monday or 6 p.m. on Monday. So I encourage anybody and everybody to be present at the board meetings, no matter what time they are, if at all possible. Most people do watch these board meetings live and online.
Yes, I'd still like, I'm directing it not to you, but to the superintendent. I still request, and the chair, I still would like to take into consideration the people that would like to attend meetings that are not able to, that's it. I'm not asking your opinion on anything.
Well, then why don't we start having 2 meetings, one at noon and one at 6? So my people that call me about having, why has it gotta be at 6? Because I'm at work. Why, I mean, we're not gonna please everybody
No, I know
all the
that.
time.
I just want to remind the board that we are a meeting in the public, and we do our best to accommodate the public. However, we're not going to please everybody with every decision that we make and everything that we do. We just have to do our best to make sure that the information is out there and available and do the best we can.
Okay, any more discussion? All in favor of making our previous contract with Jefferson County null and void, raise your hand. All in favor. 5-0 in favor. All right, that's it, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, this
Call
meeting-
So that means
Superintendent.
that we have 3 positions available. The transportation,
Correct.
ESE,
Correct.
and Human Resources.
Okay, I'd
So
like,
those positions are back to us whole 100%.
Yes, ma'am.
now,
Okay.
finance was, I'd like to add something. Finance was advertised as finance/HR.
That's
So that
correct.
elevated the salary, which I don't begrudge the salary. That elevated the salary up to the top.
No, ma'am, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't?
No, ma'am.
Well, is that still going to be standing, finance/HR?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. In other words, it's still in effect.
As the oversight
Okay,
of
so we
the
don't have-
HR.
Okay. All right, that's, all right. Okay, let me go over to the transportation. Okay. That was I'm asking a question now. Was that a supervisor position?
Yes,
Okay.
coordinator, supervisor.
It was,
Coordinator.
okay, so now it's up to director, though.
No,
Oh, okay.
Jefferson's was a director.
Okay, theirs was. Okay, I'm just getting this clear. That's,
Our
the reason
position
why I
stays
ask
the
questions
same.
is for clarity.
Our position
start
stays the
arguments.
same.
Yes.
Our position stays the same.
Okay, so just, all right, just checking on that. Okay, good. Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, this meeting's adjourned.
Thank you all for coming.